Blood-soaked soil. From early life in Communist Yugoslavia to the first months of war, written and narrated by Bekes, with additional narration by Nick Hale and Dave Stokes.
This book is dedicated to my son, Matteo Gaetano, who has become a better man than I could ever possibly dream. You, my son, you are the one who inspired me, schooled me, and provided me with energy from the moment you were born.
Forward by Nick Hill. I first met Mario Bekes back in 2014 when he and I worked together on a study looking at the personal information that businesses discard through their recycle bins and second-hand hard drives. As a seasoned marketing professional, I was helping to communicate the risks to the public, and Mario's team had done the investigative work collating the data. Mario brings the biggest positive energy into a room out of anyone I've ever met. Since then, we've worked together on a number of different projects, and learning even more about the man in helping him to tell his incredible story has been a fascinating experience. A few months prior to meeting Mario, I visited the stunningly beautiful city of Dubrovnik in Croatia and learnt a little about its recent wartime history. What struck me most was that I was at university when the battles took place, and I remember watching them on the news. Until then, I'd never considered that in another life, had I lived in Croatia, I would have been heavily involved in the horrors of war, rather than sitting in a cosy UK lecture hall. Reading this book, it's hard to imagine the hardships faced by people in Croatia and across the former Yugoslavia during the conflicts, let alone the intensity of Mario's personal experiences. We're lucky to have Mario here to tell his story and inspire us with the knowledge that, despite being involved in situations you would not wish on anyone, a person can come out with a positive attitude and seek to brighten people's days. I challenge everyone to read this book and imagine themselves as an 18-year-old suddenly finding their world has turned on its head, with a hostile tank hurtling down the road towards you, with its self-confident captain crunching an apple. The mental scars will always run deep, but it's how you respond that defines you. Mario, thank you for writing this book and being a shining beacon for everyone around you. I look forward to the next instalment and its further insight into your amazing life experiences.
The boy who just wanted love and hug. I was that boy. The boy who from the age of 5 was being told, "You're nothing, you will be nothing, and no one cares for you." Welcome to the world of Mario Bekes. This is a true story. My story based on true events, and I want to share this story with you in a simple way. English is not my first language. In fact, my English language skills are a disaster, even with a little help from my friends. I'm pretty sure you will believe you heard stories like mine. I contend you have not. However, for one simple reason, this is my life. The events happened to me and my thoughts, emotions are still very raw. The following events and accounts begin on the day I was born and continue until 1991. You could say it's a mixture of blockbusters, Saving Private Ryan, Jason Bourne, and The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I was born in 1972, the year of the rat. My story involves a lot of pain and not understanding as a child why I could not be loved. I was the boy who wandered into the arms of those who would give me some attention. Unfortunately, I was always on the wrong side of the law, outcast by society and my parents. Not having friends and the choices I made as a child is what defines me today.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?